Hello everyone, this is Robert with 50 Years of Chess. Hope you're well. Hope you're all doing okay and you're enjoying your chess and other things. Now, I have an opponent today, another game from 1993, and it's against a fella named Alan Marks. He's quite a decent player. He was doing quite well in the league around about then. But no, there it is, 1698. If you look, you see his name. I have no picture for him, but I remember him. He was Finnish, glasses, brownish hair, patterned on the side. Uh, he was about 30ish, I think, between 25, 30. I was 40 at that time. And this game was played between Downend and Fishponds Chess Club and the club I was with, which I think was S.Bristol. Not sure. Probably was. And he was white, and he was a d4 player. He generally always played d4. And this game was quite interesting because it went as follows. He started with d4. I played knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, and d5. I was playing the Grunfeld at that time. I'd done quite well with it in games. I'd never played this guy before, but I had seen him playing on boards nearby when we were playing Downend and other games, and he seemed to know what he was doing. So I wasn't taking him for granted at all. So he played Bishop G5. Well, I knew about this. This is a Stockholm variation. There's a couple of ways I could go, but I like the knight E4 line, which is what I played. Knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, and usually black plays queen d2 here, but he played e3. And I should have responded with c5, so then played bishop g7. I played bishop g7 first, and then I was going to play c5. But then he pushed the pawn on to c5, stopping me from doing that. So he obviously knew this line of what I was going to do. And so this was, I had to improvise from here. So I played c6. It seemed logical enough to me. And I played c6. Now my plan is to come out queen a5 check and really force him to swap off the queens, otherwise he won't be at a castle. And I thought once I get the queens off, then we, get down to some nitty-gritty chess. So after I played c6, he played bishop into c4. Again, I was going to play bishop e6, which is really great because the bishop's invulnerable there in a superb place, but he stopped me doing it. So he's playing well at the moment, but it's even. It's about even. So I played queen a5, queen d2, queen takes, king takes, and then I played knight d7, knight e2, and now e5. So this is not too bad. So he's played b4. He's consolidating there and making sure his pawn chain is really intact. And this is going to be tough for a knight to fall. So I now played e takes d, e takes d, and we have a dead even game, I think. I castled now, and he played bishop back to e3, which I thought was a bit premature, because it's kind of, he lost tempo doing that. He's not been attacked by any pawns yet, but he wants to make sure he's got plenty of pieces covering that e4 square, which is weak at the moment. So I played knight f6 now, which I can easily come into d5, and that would be good, but not yet. Knight b3. So my knight's covering that pawn, so no worries there. Now I played bishop e6 because I felt that bishop was too strong there, and I don't mind doubling up pawns because it'll open up the file on the f file. So I'm not worried about it. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then he played a4. So his plan is to attack me down the queen side. I can clearly see that now. So I had to start trying to get control in the centre more. So I played rook on a to d8, king e2, rook to d5. So we blocked off everything there. There's no way you can come through. And I'm also going to get my pieces working. So he's gone rook d1 from a1. And I've gone e5. I want to get rid of my weak pawn. And then I can recover that quite easy. So he plays de. Rook takes. So I didn't swap rooks. Instead, I took the pawn. I make sure I still got strong e4 pawn, protected by rook and knight at present. He's gone rook in d6. He wants to double his rooks, I think. So I just went knight into d5 and that shut the door. He can't get out with that rook now. So now he's attacking my rook. Knight to f4 check. He's gone back to f1. Of course, his pawn on g2 is attacked, so I guess he had to go there, really. So rook back to e7. Bishop takes bishop, king takes bishop. Now rook back to d4. Now pushed on with e3. So I'm getting some steam up now. I'm not doing too bad at all. He's playing f3. So he's giving me a pass pawn now. b6. Now attacking that pawn chain. And he played h4. Pawn takes again on c5. B takes c5. And rook across to b7. So I'm threatening to win his rook in the corner now on h1 with a check. And he has to do something about that. So he's brought his rook back to d1. Unfortunately, he's guarding the e2 square with his knight. Otherwise, I could have pushed the pawn on and fought rook and knight. So I looked at this and I thought, if I play rook d8, he can't play because it'd be checkmate on b1 with a rook check. He can't go to f2 or e2. So I played it, and he went behind the pawn, rook e1. So what I did was brought the rook down to protect that pawn. So I played rook to b3, and he went h5. Rook now from b3 to d3, and my rooks are connected. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. There's nothing there for him. He just wants to get his rook into play, which he's doing now with rook h4. It's a good move. And I just defended it with the pawn on g5. So he attacks that pawn with rook g4. And I played king g6, and his knight went back to d2. So he's blockading this pawn now, and he's trying to get a knight swap. So I played the knight back to d5. I'm looking to do something else here. So he's gone rook into e4. Now he's threatening to move the knight and also to threaten that pawn on e3. This is why I went knight into d5, to protect that pawn. So I move my king across to deny him squares, especially the e6 square with the rook, because he would win my pawn on c6. So he went back attacking the rook with knight c1, rook c3, knight e2, and I took the pawn on c5. So at this point, I think I'm winning. But then he played this nice move, knight d5, with a threat of rook e6 check, and he picks up that c pawn. Ways, and I suppose I could have defended it maybe with the rook to c8, but I decided I would keep protecting this pawn on e3 because that was my one real chance of winning. So he did check me. I moved the king to moved the king to f7, and he took the pawn on d6. So we swapped. Rook takes, knight takes, and then I played rook to c8, attacking the knight. He went back in with a check on e5. I moved my king to g7. I want to get some space between my rook and my king so that he can't fork me. If I come in too close to that knight, he might find a way of forking me, so I like to keep distance. And it was here at this stage, after king g7. Having looked at the game, I can't see how I can win it. I've always got to be guarding that pawn with my knight or my rook, and his knight's quite active now, and he's about to bring his king into the game. So I offered him a draw, and he accepted. So this was the result of the game. It was a drawn game. It's quite an interesting game. I don't know, maybe I went off track somewhere and I should perhaps have done better having got a passed pawn. But when it's an isolated passed pawn, it's not always easy. If it's closer to the opponent's king, that pawn could possibly be won. I mean, if he went back knight g4, then I've got to protect it with the rook and the knight, and then it's not so easy. So we accepted the draw. That was the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice to be giving you another game. I hope to give you another one, maybe today or tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Take care now. Thank you. Bye.